Hey, what's up, guys? Doc Beast Daily. I gotta look to see what number this is. I'm on the flow, so that's why I'm not even gonna check. I'm gonna check to see what number this is. I want to say no. I'm not even gonna guess. So let me fix this. I'm kind of hunched over. I'm doing this in my living room. So, all right, okay, let's get back. All right. So I've been thinking a lot about things, and it's funny. I've been talking to one of my friends about depression and everything, and you know, I have friends who are going through some, very difficult, times in life. So, and I did give, actually, I have a few friends who are going through some difficult things, and the subject of, depression comes up. And depression, I'm not a psychiatrist, so the advice I give is just based upon my own life experience of what I've, a little bit of professional stuff, but my own life experience. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychotherapist. I'm a medical doctor, all right? I'm an emergency medicine physician. So I'm gonna tell you from my life experience that when it comes to depression, I've definitely suffered from depression multiple times. I've definitely been on the brink of suicidal ideation a couple of times. And what I told this person, what got me out of it is just thinking about different things in life. Just thinking about how we all have problems in life, and a lot of us have very big problems that seem bigger than other people's, and a lot of people have problems that are small. It's not for you and me to decide what problems are big or small. If they're big, they're big. If they're big to you, they're big. If they're small to you, they're small. So I'm not even going to talk about, if someone has a problem big enough to consider suicide or consider depression. The way I see it is that, and it took me a while to get to this, if I were to do something to myself, you have to think about all the wonderful things that you have in your life and how you would miss out on those things. I think about my children, and there was a point where I was thinking, I was in a certain realm of thinking. And then once I found out that my wife is pregnant with our daughter, with our firstborn, that really changed my perspective. I was like, wow, if I did this to myself, and I think you guys know where I'm going, I was going through a very, very difficult time. My life is really falling apart. And I won't go into detail about that. That's not important. I would miss out on being a dad. And I'm one of those weird guys because my sister and I always had a close relationship, that I always wanted to be a parent. Don't ask me why. I always wanted to be a parent. I always wanted to be a dad. I always had ideas what I would do for my kids, show my kids and everything. And weirdly enough, I'm one of those people who always wanted to be married. I'm a hopeless romantic. So, so when my life is falling apart, I was like, wow, we're pregnant. I would miss out on all the wonderful things, all the things that I do. And I look back like, wow, all the things my daughter does, the times that she like randomly hugs me, asks for a hug from me, or when I come home late at night, like, Daddy, come to my room just to tell me what went on with her day. Or she texts me things just to vent. My daughter, even though I'm the big, bad, crazy Doc Beast, my daughter talks to me very freely about her feelings, and she's only 10. So you have to think about it in life. There are a lot of positive things in your life. And don't get me wrong, life sucks. There's some things I'm dealing with now, some very, very heavy things I deal with now. And I don't post those on Facebook because if I'm going through something, I want the person to help me, the direct person that I'm dealing with. No need for me to put it out on Facebook for everybody else who don't know the situation, who don't know me very well, to come to me with their opinions. So because I'm going through stuff, but there's some things about my life that are awesome that I'm just going to share. I have, just a few things. It's not all exhaustive stuff. I miss some things, don't know when get offended. But I have two wonderful kids who are really awesome. My son, he really reminds me of me in a bad way sometimes. He's very happy. He's very smiling. This guy is joyous. He wakes up with a smile. He has so much energy. Sometimes we got to be at like 8 and calm down. He hugs everybody. He acted like he didn't want to hug one of the moms last night who we hung out with at a friend's Memorial Day barbecue. And then next thing you know, she thought her son was hugging her, and it was my son hugging him. So it's like my son is just so full of love, energy, excitement. He has a big imagination. I used to have a huge imagination growing up. I used to play with my toys for hours. Our toys weren't that complicated. It was like these bubble toys or whatever, like where the bubble baths came out of. And they were characters. I used to have my Popeye play with my Batman or whatever. My daughter is so loving too. She made, wow. Sometimes I don't cry in front of kids or whatever. It's just my weird thing. Don't ask me why. So, and it really touched me to see my daughter made this painting. My daughter spent hours on this painting. She made it for this woman last night who's 46 years old, just to be nice and make something for her. She made the woman cry. So I thought that was really awesome. I can't believe I have two wonderful kids like this. Um, I would miss out on that if I killed myself. Even though it's tough being a doc, I still get goosebumps and a feeling of gratefulness when one of the patients talks about something I did positive for her mom or her dad or her kid. And that's worth its weight in gold when someone feels that I've been a great doctor to them. Even posted these videos. Some of you guys have hit me up private with some very personal stories and grateful messages that it really inspires me. I'm gonna keep making Doc Beast dailies forever because these are just things I observe. Even the fact that I teach EMS lectures or I'll go over things with people, it just makes me feel like, okay, I have a bigger purpose in life than what's not being fulfilled because I'm going through certain problems personally. Okay, just because I'm going through that problem, that doesn't trump the fact that I'm contributing to the lives of multiple different peoples and group of people through some of the things I do on the outside. That doesn't trump. So I believe God isn't done with me yet. I honestly believe that. I even when I work out, I'm always just being me, being positive and funny, and it's nice to know that I motivate people just to finish a workout or be a Beachbody coach. So where am I going with this? If you feel depressed or you feel like hurting yourself, first of all, reach out to a friend. First of all, before you even go to a psychiatrist, psychologist, reach out to a friend, and then consider reaching out to a healthcare professional. That's number two. And then consider tapping into the resources of your religion or whatever you believe in, a higher power. Those are the top things I want you to do. The number four thing, which is my advice, is number four. Those first three things are the most important. Is think about all the things you would miss out on life if you actually imprisoned your mind in depression or imprisoned yourself or left this world permanently. All the things, all the positive things you would do that you will undo because you chose to take your life. Just think about that. I'm for real. I'm for real. Just think about that. And I'm sure whatever you're going through, the positive things that you would leave behind and not fulfill and not complete, and the lives you would change permanently because you took yourself out. It would be a tragedy if you were to complete that, as opposed to just fighting out your problems or just accepting whatever happens with your problems, whether it's going through a divorce or bankruptcy or the fact you lost loved ones of your family going through grief. Just think about that. So, all right. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it to stay depressed. It's not worth it to go through suicide. This is just based upon a conversation I had. Random conversation. Every once in a while, you're going to get a serious Doc Beast. I know the last two Doc Beasts were kind of like, ah! You're going to get my serious thoughts. So, all right. Peace out.